Hello there and welcome to this ChatGPT course. I'm very excited about this course. Because I've been testing this for the past 2 weeks now. And let me be honest with you, this is just amazing. Some of the stuff that this ChatGPT software can do just blew my brains off, metaphorically, because I need to be politically correct. Okay, so this course will teach you how I personally, as a Udemy instructor and as a blogger, and you as well as a developer, whatever you are doing can actually be multiplied by this tool. Is just crazy what it can do. I mean, I'm just happy because for the first thing, the reason why I'm happy is because this will enable me not only to 10x my productivity, but it's going to help me 100x my productivity. And you're gonna see that. Some of you might be a little bit skeptical, thinking, what is this guy talking about? This guy's just saying this stuff. Well, when you hear some things such as Microsoft has actually invested $1 billion in ChatGPT or in OpenAI, because ChatGPT is an AI that was created by ChatGPT, but by OpenAI, I'm sorry, but it was funded by Microsoft, $1 billion. And so some of the numbers that we're going to go through is just really crazy, and the most important part is how easy it is. And let me tell you, it's just you and your mind, and there's no limit to how you can use this. You basically can use it in every single sense of the word. Whether you are a developer, a coder, an artist, a psychologist, a lawyer, you can do whatever you want with it. It's just crazy. And the thing is, I don't know if it's gonna stay in the beta version for free forever, but I'm taking full advantage of it. As a matter of fact, here it is. I've been asking a lot of questions, and I've been doing a lot of stuff. And just today, I've posted about 20 blogs on Medium, which is normally 10 times more than the amount of blogs that I can post per day. And it allowed me to actually post 20 blogs. So if I take you to my Medium account right now, you'll be shell-shocked to see how many blogs I was able to post. So here are the stories. Just today, this morning, I only had about 28. Right now, I got 48. So it's just crazy. And just look at the quality of the articles that this can write. This is an article that I've just written, or that ChatGPT helped me to write 99%, of the text. And here it is. So this is a promotional, I would say, blog for one of my courses about Amazon and about affiliate marketing. And this is what ChatGPT gave me, right? Of course, the images were not generated by ChatGPT, but I can show you another AI that you can also use to generate crazy images. You can generate any image you want. And you can generate book covers. If you're a designer, you design book covers with Canva, you can get this tool to generate a book cover for you in a matter of 30 seconds. And you can go and sell it as a freelancer. It could generate YouTube thumbnails. It's just crazy what this AI or these AI tools can do. I'm a web developer, so talking from the background of a web developer, blogger, engineer, all these things, and also as content creators. So obviously, I'm creating content, putting it on Udemy. So I'm a content creator as well. Put that on the table, and it's just amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for what you guys are about to learn here in this course. Now, I'm going to try to make it as concise as possible for you, but let's go back to Wikipedia just for me to show you when ChatGPT was created, actually. And it was created only 36 days ago. So on November the 30th, it was released. I was one of the late people to it. Some people are not going to know that it exists because not everybody's a techie, not everybody's interested in tech. But if you're interested in something that can help you 10x whatever you're doing right now, this is the tool for you. And I'm going to show you how I personally am in love with ChatGPT just after 2 weeks of using it. I've become almost like an addict right now. You know, I'm just asking questions left and right, and I'm basically only doing about 90% of what I was doing. Now, of course, I'm afraid that this might, if I lose the tool, I'm gonna be sad. And let me tell you, if they charge me $50 a month to use ChatGPT, I'm going to pay that money. I don't care because this is just amazing. So, like I said, ChatGPT was created by OpenAI and it's a chatbot, but it's more than that actually. If you think it's just a chatbot that answers your questions, just outthink it or think ahead. Because let's say that you are, having an Excel exam, right? You can ask it questions about, please give me the function that does X and X and X and X plus X and X and X in Excel, and it will give you the answer. So basically, pretty much, if you want to have a 20, mark, I don't know what the marks are, for exams in other countries, but I'm talking for my country. If you want to have the best mark as a coder, you can use ChatGPT to generate code. You can use ChatGPT to generate, to help you with very sophisticated operations, mathematical operations. You can help it for conversions. Now, it's just crazy. It's just crazy what we're getting into. Now, this is the introduction, right? So this is just the introduction. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and keep ranting about this ChatGPT model here. And hopefully that you are hooked, from the beginning of the course, because trust me, if you miss this out, you're really missing something huge. I mean, I'm blown of my mind right now. I'm just blown of my mind about this. And welcome back to this ChatGPT course. Now, of course, ChatGPT was created by OpenAI, which is a company that creates AI, right? So, and we know that in the future, AI is just going to take over. So here are just some of the numbers that I could fathom about ChatGPT, just to give you an idea about how revolutionary this thing will be. Now, it took this tool only about 5 days after its release to get about 1 million plus users. That's just ridiculous. I mean, when you factor in some of the numbers, such as Netflix, for example. Netflix right now is very famous. Pretty much a lot of people have, a Netflix membership, including myself, even though I don't watch it that much because I'm so busy doing what I'm doing. But it took Netflix about 41 months to get 1 million subs, right? 1 million people. Now, ChatGPT got 1 million people in just 5 days. Can you believe that? So in just 5 days, 1+ million people actually have used the tool, and just like myself, were blown out of their minds. Now, Facebook, it took Facebook 10 months to get to 1 million, right? So this is just ridiculous. It explains a lot about the reason why Microsoft have invested $1 billion, right? So these guys are so smart, right? They're so smart, for investing that much money. Now, somebody can actually correct me on that because I think Microsoft is the one that invested 1 billion. I think that some people might say Google, but I'm pretty sure of the source. It's Microsoft, it's 1 billion. And so ChatGPT originates from the GPT version number 3, all right? So this is ChatGPT, GPT-3, and it actually mimics human writing. But it's not just that. Some people might think, well, can it only be used for blogging? No, it's far from that. You can use it for anything. You can use it to solve your math equations. You can use it to, like I said, to Excel, being an Excel expert. You can use it to solve or to get Excel functions about what you want to do with Excel. You can use it if you're a coder. You can use it if you're a web designer. And I'm going to show you a tutorial about how you can actually use ChatGPT to generate amazing designs. I mean, not designs, but to generate a website's blueprint. You can just give it information and it will tell you, all right, so you want to build this website, here's how you do it, right? And these are the steps. ChatGPT actually can form political opinions. So if you ask it about politics, it's going to answer, right? If you ask it to write code, it's going to write code. So the bottom line is that this tool is just amazing. But you might be thinking, well, how can we find the tool? Actually, pretty simple. Go to Google and search for ChatGPT. All right, ChatGPT is the first one on the list right there. The website is OpenAI. And once you click on the website, right, so this is what you're going to be able to see. And you can click Try ChatGPT. Now, of course, ChatGPT right now is in the beta version, so you can use it now. And like I said in the previous video, we don't really know if it's going to continue being for free, but they've just opened it up for free, which is a smart move from the OpenAI board of direction or whatever they're doing right there. They're actually trying to get feedback from people because this will help them evolve in, later versions of this AI. So just click on Try ChatGPT, basically. And if you don't have an account, go ahead, create yourself an account. Basically, when you log into ChatGPT, it's gonna, because I already have this account here. So this is an account that I already have created. So basically, they're not telling me the things that they're gonna tell you. But if you open the account, they're gonna tell you some stuff such as, ChatGPT is a non-malevolent software. It's actually, it doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have consciousness. And so some of the stuff they're gonna tell you right there. And just read that. I think it's important, but it's not really that much, important. And they actually have an OpenAI Discord. So if you want to join their Discord, just click here, right? And you're gonna go to the Discord, and you can join, their Discord group right there. So basically, I'm just gonna click accept invite here. Obviously, I haven't joined the Discord because I didn't think that was necessary for me to do. But you can go to Discord and see what people are thinking about this tool in real time. All right, of course, verification is required. So I'm going to have to go to my Google account or my Gmail account. And I'm going to have to verify that I am indeed who I say I am, because you can't just go in and log into their Discord just as easy as that. So I'm going to go and open up my Google Gmail. So right here, where is the email? Haven't received it. Right, check here. All right, so it seems I just have to go and click here on this complete button, scroll down, click I have read, and then submit. Then I can actually verify my account by clicking verify. All right, so here, hello, are you human? Let's find out. Please type the CAPTCHA below to be able to access this server. Right, so, okay, so I'm gonna have to type this, but right, so where should I type this thing? Right, so the number, well, that's just crazy, man. Type out the traced colored characters from left to right, right? Traced colored characters from left to right. Ignore the decoy. All right, so here, right, so answer. Okay, so let me answer this now. But first off, I'm gonna have to go and see it. It's EGZMHF, right? EGZMHF. EGZMHF, right? So that's it. Let me click on submit right now. And there you go. So I've been verified. So this is their way of actually verifying you. So now I've actually passed the verification so I can access OpenAI, right? So that's good. Now let me scroll down to see where their Discord account is, or the Discord chat is. All right, so that's it. So basically this is just Discord. Now you can come here and see what other people are thinking in real time about this. But I'm pretty much more interested to show you the capacity of what OpenAI can do. And let's go and explore it together. Now, this is basically here, if you click, this is my chat, with OpenAI, right? So I have to tell you that when you chat with this tool, it kind of remembers what you have chatted, so it takes in consideration. That's what I'm trying to say here. And I'm trying to explain it briefly. It takes in consideration what you've said in the past. So if you tell it 1 + 1 = 3, right? And it tells you no, actually 1 + 1 = 2, but you reply and tell it no. I said 1 + 1 = 3. That's what you should believe right now. I want you to change 1 + 1 = 2. It's not equals 2 anymore. Right now it is equal 3. Got that? And it will actually say, okay, 1 + 1 = 3. And from that point on, 1 + 1 = 3. So it would seem as you can program it however you want, right? So But of course, there are limitations to anything. And of course, this is just one of the first versions of OpenAI, right? Of ChatGPT, basically. It's not really, I would say it's not the last one, but it's an amazing one. So let's go right now. And I want you to open up a new chat. Now, how you do that? Well, very basic. Just click here on new chat and you can create a new chat. Or if you want to access a previous chat, just click on the previous chat's name and you can basically rename the previous chat here. So I'm going to give it a name of chat 1. All right. So that's chat 1. Let's create a new chat. Maybe name it test chat. Right. So click here, new. But first off, I gotta have to say some things before I name the chat. I'm gonna say hello, all right? Just to give you an idea about what ChatGPT is gonna reply. So, hello, how can I help you today? So you can see it's almost like a human, talking to you. So I'm gonna click here, and instead of that, I'm gonna say test chat, right? Test chat. Okay, so in the next video, I'm gonna show you how you can get ChatGPT to write a blog of high quality, based on very, very simple or very small details. And we're going to explore it as we go. I'm going to explore, up to the limitations of it, just to show you a glimpse of what you can do with it. All right, so let's go to Medium right now. Let's pick, any topic here. So this is a topic, make money. All right, so this make money while you sleep, 9 best digital products to sell. All right, so I'm going to take that topic name and I'm going to go back to my lovely ChatGPT here, and I'm going to say hello, right? Now, do not click enter, because when you click enter, it's going to send a message. Let me give you an example. So if I click enter now, it doesn't take me to the next line. It just, sends the message, the request to ChatGPT. And you can see that the first hello that I said, it says, hello, how can I help you? But for the second hello, it said, hello, is there something specific you would like to ask or talk about? So, for the same question, it can answer different types of answers. So if I type hello a third time, let's see what's going to reply. Right, the same answer here. So I'm going to type it again, and let's see what it's going to say right now. All right, hello. So we're driving this nuts. All right, hello. It appears that you're trying to start a conversation, but you're not asking any questions or making any statements. Is there something specific you'd like to talk about or ask me about? Well, let's ask it some questions, all right? Let's say something like, do you have consciousness, right? Do you have consciousness, right? And let's see what's going to say. Right, I'm a machine learning model designed to process and generate human-like text. I do not have consciousness or the ability to perceive my surroundings in the same way that humans do. I'm not capable of feeling emotions or experiencing consciousness in the same way the humans do. Well, I'm going to say something smart here. Do you experience time? And let's see what it's going to say. Right. Right, as a machine learning model, I do not experience time in the same way that humans do. I don't have the ability to perceive the passage of time or to experience the present moment. I'm able to process and respond to input in a matter of milliseconds, but this does not involve any sense of time. So because I know that ChatGPT is a sentient model, and because I don't have a clear idea about what sentient means in the first place, I'm going to ask it this question: what does sentient mean? And let's see what it's going to say here. Right, so sentient means having the ability to perceive, think, and be aware of one's surroundings and experiences. It's often used to describe beings who have consciousness and are able to experience the world around them in a meaningful way. Sentient beings are typically considered to have subjective experiences, which means that experiences are unique and cannot be fully understood or shared by others. In this sense, sentience is a characteristic that is often associated with consciousness and the ability to have subjective experiences. All right, so I'm going to ask it, are you a sentient program? All right, and let's see what it's going to say. All right, as a machine learning model, I do not have consciousness or the ability to experience the world the same way that humans do. I don't have subjective experiences or the capacity to perceive or think, oh, this is scary, man. I mean, it just looks like something out of the Matrix, to be honest with you. Let's ask it a question. These are some of the questions that people might think about. Should we be afraid of you, right? Right? And let's see what it's gonna say. Should we be afraid of you? There is no reason to be afraid of me, as I am simply a machine learning model designed to process and generate human-like text. I do not have consciousness, the ability to experience the world, or any desires or motivations of my own. I'm not capable of taking any actions or making decisions on my own. All right, so you can just take this conversation whatever you want, man. You can say something like, do you think, or why, or do you have any limits, right? You can ask it something like this. Do you have any limits? As a machine learning model, I have a number of limitations. All right, this is interesting, even though I already knew this. But one of the main limitations is that I do not have consciousness or the ability to perceive things or be aware of my surroundings in the same way that humans do. I'm also limited by the data and information. All right, yeah. I kind of get this because depending on the data that you give it, it's going to give you a different answer. So in order not to, deviate so much from the topic of this conversation, now that I have copied this title here, I'm going to go and give it an instruction here. So what I want to do, I want to write an article that looks good. Now, basically here, I kind of like this this person's images, and it seems AI generated. Yeah, so fantasy town image generated by Jasper Art. So this is an example of what an AI generated image looks like. And by the way, I'm going to show you an AI that you can use to generate some of these images, and you'll be blown away. So this article over here, right, I want to write something that looks kind of as good as that. So let's go back to this tool here, ChatGPT, and let me tell it this. I want you to write an article about this topic, and I'm not going to be specific. All right, I'm just going to give it the title, and I'm not going to be specific. Now, the reason why I'm not going to be specific is because I can show you that you can refine a specific article. You can also give it instructions such as, please do not exceed 300 words, right? Or make it a short article. I'm going to say something like, make it a short article, right? And it's going to start executing this in the background. All right, so sure. Here's a short article on the topic. So I'm going to pause the video until it writes all this. All right, so it just actually finished writing the article for me. So there you go. Here's the article. Are you looking for ways to generate passive income? And pretty much like the title says, 9 best digital products to sell. And it just went and wrote me an article about 9 of the best digital products to sell. From ebooks to online courses to printables to stock photos to software, website templates, whatever that is. So, and you can take this article as it is, right? You can make money blogging out of this. You don't need to go to Fiverr and hire somebody for $50 anymore. You can actually do this. You can come here and just ask it to write something for you. Now, you can take this blog and go to Medium here and just click write, right? And you can click write and basically give the title. But first off, let me show you some of the other potential things that you can do with this. So I'm going to say thank you. And since you have written, right, you have written the article, now I want you to write the subject line for the article. All right, and it says, sure, here are a few options for the subject line for the article. 9 best digital products to sell, make money while you sleep. I wouldn't have thought of that. This is just so wonderful. Passive income ideas, the best digital products to sell, earning money in your sleep, 9 best digital products to consider, maximize your passive income with these 9 digital products to sell, get rich while you sleep, the top 9 digital products to sell. Okay, and I can take any title of those, right? And I can go to Medium over here, right? I can go to Medium and I can just paste my title. Now for the image, right? For the image, you can go to a software such as Canva, right? And I can generate an image from Canva. So because I have the pro version, even if you have the free version, you can use the free images in there, but you'll be restricted to free images only. So here's another software that you combine with this AI, and you can actually just start posting like crazy. Now, thanks to this AI, it's possible to post 200 blogs per day. There is no problem anymore. So you can come here to Elements and let's search for AI, right? Let's search for AI. Let's go to Photos here. And all right, I think I like this photo. So I'm gonna take this photo, make it a little bit bigger. And all right, so, okay. And I'm gonna download this photo here and I'm gonna make it, you know, the image that describes this, even though it has nothing to do with it. But I'm just gonna give it, you know, just to show you where you can go and get images. Now let's go to the downloads here and let's just upload this image. I'm gonna take the title itself and I'm gonna add it as an alt text for the image. So let's go to the image over here and add the alt text. And I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT here and I'm just gonna take my entire blog, right? I'm gonna take it, right? Are you looking for that? And I'm gonna go back here, right? And I'm just gonna paste this. Now, of course, there is some proofreading that you need to do, and we'll talk later about proofreading in this course over here. So stay tuned for the next video in which I'm gonna show you how you can combine Canva, ChatGPT, and Grammarly to write top-notch, top-class articles. All right, so right now we're in this phase. So let's talk about proofreading this article, because some people will just take the article and stick it like it is, but that doesn't really work that way, because you have to check the grammatical mistakes. And also, most importantly, you have to check another thing, which is very important, and that is plagiarism. So I'm gonna go to the tool known as Grammarly, and I want you to also go to Google. If you want to install Grammarly, just search for Grammarly. Now, I'm not an affiliate with the Grammarly affiliate program, but if I were, then I would have just stuck the link to Grammarly from my computer. But you can go to Chrome, Google, right? Go to Chrome, Google, Grammarly, and install the extension. Obviously, I already have it installed. Now, it doesn't take you anything. You don't need to pay anything to install this extension on your computer. So just install it. And what it will do is eventually, even when you are on websites and when you write something, it's going to correct your mistakes. So for instance, here, you can see that Grammarly tells me that this sentence needs to be rewritten, right? That I need to rewrite it for clarity. This is the advice they're giving me, you know? And right here, when you see the green icon, it does not mean that your word is false, or I would say that your word is incorrect. It just means that you can choose a stronger word. You know, you can pretty much dismiss this. If you don't like this advice, you can dismiss it and it will not ask you that. Now, of course, when something is wrong, it's in red. So pretty much here, there is no wrong sentence. There's only green and blue, right? Blue actually means that you can actually make it better if you just take website templates, because there is a repetition here. So because here, website templates, there was a repetition and it actually has, you know, been notified, or it just found out that there was a repetition. So that's why it tells you remove it. Now, you can either edit your text here, or you can go to Grammarly if you have an account with Grammarly, which you can create very easily. And you can try it for free, or you can get the premium version like myself. And the reason why I have the premium version is only for one thing. First thing is, because of the goals, right? I can set goals for my writing. So let me just take you here swiftly. If I click on goals, I can adjust the goals for this blog. So if I want it to be an email, I can click here, email. And if I want the intent to be convince and tell a story, and you can even choose the audience type. So if your audience doesn't have a clue about what you're writing about, you can click audience general. If your audience is expert at what you're writing about, you need to click expert. So let's say that my audience is an expert, and the formality here, I mean, I just prefer to be always neutral, not that formal, and I'm going to click done. So right now that the goal was set, I can come here and just stick my text, my text that ChatGPT actually gave me. So here you can see that we have 23 suggestions to modify them, not the mistakes, but just to modify the text according to the goals that I have set. If I had chosen other goals, then here the suggestions would be different. So I'm just going to follow these suggestions. Now under no means I'm asking you to follow these blindly, because you need to read before. But when you read and it makes sense to you, then just follow it, right? So here, ebooks, right? So there is, repetition there. I'm just going to remove one, right? All right, so this is in passive voice, but I can do nothing about it. So I'm just going to dismiss that. Instead of great, they're asking me to write tremendous. Now, course, instead of tremendous again, because there's a repetition here. We already said tremendous in the text, so right now we have to say some other word. You can't just keep saying tremendous, in all your blog. You need to use it. These words, you need to make sure that you're using them, in small number of times. So here I'm going to say fantastic. So I'm just going to keep choosing here. All right. Instead of system, actually, it should be course, because they're always telling me this. I don't know what they have against course, but I'm just going to keep it at course, and I'm going to dismiss this. Photos, instead of photos, they're saying images is better. Own, right? So this is better. Dismiss this. And basically, I'm just proofreading right now. I'm just correcting the text to make it sound better. But at the end, there's something I want to check. And that's the most important thing, So there you go. Okay, so there are nine more mistakes or suggestions. They're going to go through very fast. And after that, we're going to run a plagiarism check. All right, so there are two ways that you can run a plagiarism check, either with Grammarly, or you can use a tool called Copyscape. Now, I don't like Copyscape because it's so manual and I have to go to Google and search for it and log into my account and then feed it the text or the text URL, and I have to also pay for credits. That's the worst part about Copyscape, is that you have to pay for the number of times that you want to test. And unlike Grammarly, you just pay for the premium version of Grammarly and you can use their plagiarism tester for the rest of your days if you want. So in order to run this plagiarism test, all I have to do is to click plagiarism here, and you can see that in the background it's actually running a test. So it says that our text is 7% plagiarism or plagiarized. Now, in order to remove the plagiarism out of the text, just follow through with the suggestions, all right? So this is the first suggestion. It's in green. So in order to make it not plagiarized, we're just going to change a couple of things. Are you looking, instead of looking, I'm going to say, are you seeking, all right? Are you seeking, instead of for, are you seeking ways to generate passive income? And you can see that the green color is now disappeared. One of the best ways to do this, instead of one of the best ways to do this, one of the many ways to do this, right? And hopefully it's going to change that. All right, so yeah. So one of the many things to do this is actually, made it no plagiarism there. So I'm going to click this again, and there you go. This is another, sentence that's causing the 2% plagiarism. You can make money while you sleep. You can earn money, right? You can earn money instead of make money, right? While you sleep. All right, so that now it says, looks like your text is 100% original. So now that our text looks like 100% original and is completely proofread, I can take my text and I can go back to Medium. I know that I have already pasted this text here, but I'm just gonna have to delete it and paste my text back. So I'm gonna paste the text here, and next I'm gonna show you how you can use Canva and another software, which is an AI that you can use to generate some amazing photos. All right, so let me show you how you can combine AI with AI, right, to make your post even more amazing. All right, so let's go here to a website known as Midjourney, right? Midjourney.com. You can see that I already have searched for it lately. And this is also an AI tool that enables you to generate images. Now click there and join the beta, right? So click on join the beta and it's gonna take you directly to Discord. Do not be shocked about this because this is what it's happening or where it is happening. And it has 8 million members on the Discord. Just on the Discord, they have 8 million people that are using the software here. And it's particularly for free. Let me show you some of the crazy things that you can do with this software. But first of all, I'm gonna have to teach you some syntax that you need to use because you can't just use it as you wish. It doesn't answer pretty much direct questions. You're gonna have to use a specific syntax so in order to get your question answered. So let's now go back to our post in Medium. And here, ebooks are popular digital products. All right, so I wanted to give me an image of an ebook of Gandalf and Sauron fighting, right? So I'm gonna say here, right, follow, yeah, okay, that's good. Well, no. Let's just scroll down and go to one of these newcomer rooms. I'm gonna go to the room Newbies 86, right? Don't take that for insult. Newbies is actually a good term. So here, let's go down and I want you to click slash and imagine, right? Slash imagine. There you go. So slash imagine and click on this, here, and it's slash imagine prompt. And let's just tell it or give it an instruction of image, or not image, but book cover, ebook cover, right? Ebook cover. And I'm gonna add a comma here and say Gandalf, right? Gandalf and Sauron fighting in a dark, fiery background, right? And you can actually give it more information, such as the size of the book, 6 by 9 inches, right? 6 by 9 inches, and amazing book cover, right? And let's just enter. So right now it's going to take some time. You can see right here, it's actually sending a command, and now it is processing our order. Now you can see that other people as well are similar to us, are sending their commands. Now, of course, this is a bot, so it can do operations very, very fast. But you're going to have to wait a little bit here and pay careful attention to the images. It will actually send us 4 iterations, right? So it will send us, pretty much like these images here. If I click any one of those images, this is not my request, but this was the request of somebody before me. And it gives you 4 choices. And you can actually either choose to upscale or you can choose to, make or get more of that. So here's our image of Sauron and Gandalf, a book cover. And right now, what I want to do is I'm going to take one. So, all right, so I happen to like this one here, right? The last one, the 4th one. So I'm going to upscale it. Now, what upscale means is once you click on that button, upscale, it's going to give you an image, like this one, a big image that you can, after that you can download. And that's the image that I'm going to use for my blog, right? So let's just wait for it for a second here. And you can clearly see the power of AI here. Now, we'll wait for it, right? So that's kind of good. Well, there's another person here that actually gave a request of Gandalf fights a frog, but the frog knows Kung Fu. That's just amazing, man. I mean, AI is just, another dimension, man. So let's just scroll down here. We're waiting for our image to show up. It could take some time, right? And you can see that some people are using it for logos. They're using it to design logos. So, hey, if you are a Fiverr designer, I mean, this is an opportunity for you. I mean, you can just take the instructions of whatever people are giving you. Now, obviously, the good thing about AI is that 99.99% of the population are not aware that AI even exists. So if you're a logo designer, all right, logo design, if you search for logo design on Fiverr, you're going to see that people are making decent money from it, to be honest with you. Some people are making $5 per design, but even these kind of designs, if I click on this design here, and let me show you in a minute that you can actually use this to achieve a similar or even better design than this with the AI. So let's go back to the AI here, Midjourney, right? Where were we, right? Discord. Let's scroll down here. Now just look at this. Look at this image here. And you can see the creativity that it can just add. Now, this is the image. You can make variations of it. So if you want more variations of this image, you can make more variations. Or you can just click the image, like in my case, I'm just going to click the image and I'm going to download the image, right? So I'm just going to download it in my computer. And later on, I'm going to take that image and basically I'm going to go to Medium now, right? And I'm just going to give, all right, I'm going to click plus here. I'm going to add the image, which I've just added right now. That helps give a layer of complexity and creativity to your article. So you can see right now, our article kind of is starting to look a little bit better. And now for the second one here, online courses. Now you can either continue pretty much doing the same thing here, generating images using AI. Just remember to click here /imagine, right? And click here on prompt and just give your description of what you want your book to look like. Or you can simply go to a tool such as Canva here, which I already have opened. Now, this is a 1200 pixels by 800 pixels. And you can actually choose a smaller size if you don't like that big size. Now, let's choose something like a 512 by 512 pixels. That seems like a decent size there. And basically, after you choose that, what we're going to do here is, to put it simply, I'm just going to click on elements and let's search for an image that has to do with online courses. So online courses. And this is also pretty much, you can consider it as an AI because people are posting images here and you can use not artificial intelligence, but this is human intelligence. All right. So if I go to the photos, I can find some interesting images about online courses. And let's say that you like this image here. You can take it, make it a little bit bigger, tweak it a little bit. And right, so it just looks pretty good to me. And also you can resize this image if you want to. So you can just click the image and resize your design, right? So you can just, change the size. Maybe you want more width. Maybe let's say you want 700 in width, right? And you can click copy and resize. Automatically, it will open up another window and you can go to that window. Basically, it's going to keep the same image, except for right now you have more room, right? You have more room to breathe because we've added more in width. But I'm just going to keep it like that. And you could pretty much just click download. And if you have the pro version of Canva, you can use transparent background. If you click here, it's going to download the image transparent. And you can basically edit the image. If you click edit image, you can add more contrast to it. In my case, I want to add more contrast because I want to put more emphasis on text. And I want the online courses to just pop up and show up. So I'm going to click on download here. And all I have to do is to go back to this post on Medium and just paste my image, right? I'm just going to paste my image. And all right, so paste the image. Add the image here, right? So there you go. And this is pretty amazing to me, a pretty amazing way that you can use to create a post. Now, of course, we can't just continue to do this forever for 7 of these. So you just got the point now. You have Canva, you have the AI that you can use to generate images, but the AI can't just do that. I mean, it can do anything you want it to do. And basically, we're going to continue discovering more and more and more about what you can do with this AI. So eventually here, right? So I'm just going to publish the post, right? And there you go. I'm going to publish the post, give it a category maybe of passive income, right? Digital marketing, right? And you can give, 3 more categories if you want. I'm just going to click publish. And so right now that the post was published, there you go. You have a post. 9 digital products you can sell and make money while you sleep. It's entirely optimized. proofread, checked for plagiarism with a few decent images. One was generated by AI, another one we generated with Canva, and you can actually generate more and more images if you want to. So next, in the next lecture, we're gonna go to ChatGPT and explore some of the more things that I personally use it as a digital marketer, and that actually helps me. And then later on, we're gonna go to some of the things that you can use it for, such as coding, such as designing, just a lot of things. So tune in for the course. There's about 30 minutes left or 40 minutes left for the course to complete. And hopefully you liked it. If you liked the course, please leave a review and do not forget to complete the course to get the most value out of it. Now, here's another thing, and the reason why I like to post on Medium, even though I only have about 2 followers there, but I just recently started. And also, Medium is paid, so you have to pay to have a membership on Medium so that you can write posts there. But one of the most interesting things, in my opinion, about Medium is that you can post your post on Twitter, right? You can take it and post it on Twitter. So, for instance, if I just click on the Twitter icon right there, and it will take me over here, and I can tweet this, right? I can tweet it to get some extra exposure. I can later on even advertise my tweet. I can click on my tweet and promote it, right? So I can promote this tweet and, maybe get some more, right? So if you click here, maybe this is where, you can see the analytics. But anyways, close this. You can also share it on Facebook. So if you click share on Facebook, you can share on Facebook to get some more people because also people are searching for stuff on Facebook. So they might stumble upon your content right there. And you can give your stuff a title. So I'm just going to copy the title of this. And right there on Facebook, I'm just going to say something. This is what I'm going to say. I'm just going to post the title of the post. Now, you can also paste it on LinkedIn or share it on LinkedIn by just clicking here, LinkedIn. And most importantly, another thing that you can do is you can basically take the link, right, and paste it wherever you want. So if I click share this in a post, right, I'm going to share it, right, post this. And all right, so you can take the link, right, copy the link from here, and you can just paste the link whatever you want to on forums, on Quora, even though I highly recommend you not to do that on Quora because, moderators are just going to ban you. Now, in this second phase, we're going to keep exploring ChatGPT, and let me show you some of the things that I personally do with this. But first of all, I'm going to have to take you to my Udemy channel. All right, so here I am on my Udemy channel. And by the way, I actually have a lot of people there. So this is my Pinterest account. Let me take you to Udemy just to show you my profile because you can see it from here better. Right, so let's go and check for Passive Income Gen Z, which is the name of my channel. Now, I have 43 courses, and let me tell you, it's a pain in that place, right? It's a pain to just, take care of, messaging 104,000 students. And after I found ChatGPT, I can honestly tell you that it's almost like I found oil. Now, let me show you some of the things that ChatGPT actually helps me with. So if I go to the communication layer here, now I have questions from people, right? People ask me questions, a lot of the time. They ask me, "Hi, I noticed that the section 36 is the same section 35." I can take this, right? I can take this answer, and I can go to ChatGPT here. Now this is absurd, but I can do this, and I can ask it, "How can I apologize for this mistake?" Right? And I can just give it the mistake that I made, right? And there you go. Look at what it's going to tell me, right? I apologize for the error in section 36, section 19. It appears that it is the same as section 35. I will make sure to correct this as soon as possible. And I can take this answer, right, without having to think about it. And I can just come here and paste. All along, I'm doing this now, and it's still giving me some other suggestions, right? So you can see Here's another suggestion. I'm sorry for any confusion caused by the duplication of section or session 36, section 19, and session 35. I'll make sure to fix the mistake as soon as possible. So you don't really have to think anymore. But here's the tricky part. Now, this is the tricky part about AI. And if you read about this in George Orwell, his book, Brave New World, he speaks about there is going to be an age in time where AI is just going to replace human thinking, right? And I'm telling you this because I don't want you to fall in the trap of just, relying on ChatGPT to do everything you want to do. There are certain things that you can outsource ChatGPT as if it was a freelancer to do it for you, but you can't just rely on it to do everything. All right. So do not be lazy. That's what I'm telling you. Make sure that you keep thinking, at least, a good percentage. Do not rely on it to think for you in everything, because it's going to kill your creativity, right? You need to keep your creativity, but only use it like myself. In this case, I don't want to, just sit there and just have to think about this for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. That's why I did this. And also, here's another thing that you can do with ChatGPT, basically. Now here, there's something called the announcements here. And since I have 43 courses, for each course on Udemy, I get 4 announcements every month to send to my students. Now, the purpose behind these announcements is to get people back, right? To basically engage with students so that they can come back to the course and watch the course and basically learn more. Now, of course, I used to write this myself. I would have loved if I had somebody in my side who could do this instead of me. And right now that ChatGPT exists, I no longer have to write these educational announcements. Now, of course, for the announcements, I follow a specific method called the 16-word sales letter by Evaldo Albuquerque. Now, here is the syntax of the 16-word sales letter. I follow this script, and I answer in my script, in my blogs that I write, I answer 10 questions. Question number 1 is, what is your product USP? What's in it for me? What should people trust you? What's holding them? Who? All right, so these are questions that I answer to make people read my article, but most importantly, to get a reaction out of them. Now, I can come to ChatGPT, and let's say that I want to write a message to send to these students so that I can get them back to the course so that they can watch the course and leave me reviews, right? I can go to ChatGPT here, and here's what I'm going to do. So I can simply go here to ChatGPT, right? Let's go back there, and I can say, hello, I have a course, right? I have a course about Amazon, all right, SEO, about Amazon affiliate marketing, SEO on Udemy. The course is 12 hours, and I want you to write a promo or an email that I can send to my students to re-engage with them and to send them back to the course so that they can watch and leave reviews. My course is a best-in-class course, and it contains 10 different chapters, and it teaches people to go from SEO 0 to hero in 12 hours. I also have free resources attached for as well inside the course. And I can give it another instruction, which is I want you to follow the same syntax, right? I can take these questions here and I can tell it, right? I can say, I want you to use the following syntax inspired by the book, The 16-Word Sales Letter by Evaldo Albuquerque, right? And I can say something like, I also need you to write the subject line for the email, and my goal is to make this email make people click. I need a high click-through rate, right? And I can give it the questions, right? So I'm just going to give it the questions because I still haven't pasted them, right? So these are the questions, and I can just click enter. So right now it's going to start writing. All right, so sure, here's an email that you can send to students to re-engage with them and send them to watch, to leave reviews for the Amazon Cake course. And there you go. So hi, we hope you are having a great day. We wanted to reach out and remind you about Amazon Cake. So normally this is something that I used to do myself. It used to take me about 1 hour to write a simple educational message because I had to follow a script and I had to think this, and I had to make sure I had the students in mind and apply all the principles that I have learned in copywriting. But right now, what's crazy and also scary is that you can see that ChatGPT right now is doing this, pretty much as very fast. Right, so there was an error. Sometimes there can be some network errors. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my question and I'm going to refresh this page and I'm going to ask it the question again, right? So I'm going to come here and I'm going to go to the chat number 1 because that's the initial chat. And I'm just going to ask the question again, right? So when that error happens, make sure to ask the question again. So you can see on the top, at the top, it gives me the subject line. It says, unlock your full Amazon affiliate marketing potential. Enroll in our 12-hour course. Are you tired of struggling to make money with your Amazon affiliate website? All right, so it's writing everything right now. And also it's going to answer the questions in detail. Right. So it's actually answering the questions in detail, in exact detail. And what you can do later on is you can take this email, right? And you can go to a tool like Grammarly and just proofread it. So which is exactly what I'm going to do over here. So I'm going to go right to my Grammarly. I'm going to open up a new tab. And let me show you how you can turn this into a high quality educational message that you can send and re-engage with students. So I'm going to open up a new document here in which I'm just going to paste what I have or the results that I have. Now, I want to convince as well as tell a story. It's for email, right? An audience is general. Formality, I want to keep it neutral. And I want to just correct the mistakes. So here, I'm just going to correct these mistakes, these grammatical mistakes over here. So these are just some simple grammatical mistakes. I'm going to remove them. And I want to check for plagiarism. So I'm going to click plagiarism right here. And it's actually checking for plagiarism for me, right? So it's checking for plagiarism. It found 16% plagiarism. But I don't care because this is just an educational message. So I can actually, make an effort here. It doesn't take me that much time. Are you tired of fighting to make money instead of struggling, right? Do you seek to take your skills to the next level, right? And tools you need, right? You require instead of need to build a profitable Amazon affiliate business. Right, so right now it's 100% original, and I can just separate this and I can take it, right? I can take this basically, right? So I can take the entire message and I can go back to Udemy and I can send this back to my students instead of having to write everything myself. I can come here and click compose. So right now I'm going to start composing my educational message. I can come to the inside here and just write my message. And I can go back to ChatGPT and get the title, right? So let me get the title here, the subject line, unlock your full Amazon affiliate marketing potential. Obviously, I cannot copy everything because there's a limit. I only have 55 characters that I can use as the subject line. But there you go. You have a message, right? And you can take this message to the next level by adding some images here. For instance, are you tired of fighting to make money with your Amazon affiliate website? I can go to Canva and I can search for an image that has something to do with struggling, all right? So I can go to Canva here and I can just, I'll choose the width 300, height 150 pixels because I want a small image instead of a big image. And I can search for struggling, right? So just to add another layer, because an educational message that only has text is very static, right? And people are not really going to like that. They're going to say, well, this is very, very static. It doesn't really look appealing to me. No images, no GIFs, no nothing, no buttons to click. So I can search here for instance, struggling. And I can get some graphics or images here. I just happen to like this one better. I think this one is good. It depicts a person struggling to get to the top, right? I can download this image, and this is the process. I can download it with a transparent background eventually. And let me go back right now to Udemy, right? And I'm just gonna upload this image from the computer, right? There you go. So this is the image. And I can go back to the next paragraph. It says, our course is designed to take you from SEO 0 to hero. And I can go to Canva as well. I'm gonna delete this image here and I'm gonna search for 0 to hero, right? Hopefully they can give me a good image, right? 0 to hero. Okay, so I think this one is good. This image about this kind of Superman person. I don't know, it's not Superman, all right? So this is just a hero from imagination. And remember that you can also go to this tool, this other crazy tool, and you can go there as well and generate some images with AI. I just want you to remember that. Now we're going to talk about that tool and how you can use it to make money as a designer, as a web developer in a later section, and also how you can make money from coding, because it can also ChatGPT plus that tool, they can help you to, create wonderful websites or wonderful designs. So I'm going to add the image here. And there you go. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a button, right? I'm going to add a button here. Because I already have a button in my computer, I'm just going to upload it directly from my computer. I don't have to go ahead and install it from Canva. So I'm just going to go ahead and search for a button, watch now. Right, so watch now button with an animation. So it's a button that pops out, and I can click on the button and I can link it to my course, right? I can link it to my course and click save. And I can also add maybe another text that says click here to watch the course, right? And I can just link it again, right? I can just take that link, copy, and just paste it right here, right? And this is an email that you can send to your students. This normally would have taken you more time. It would have eventually taken you a lot more time. Right now, with the help of ChatGPT, I can do this without having to spend, so much as just 10 seconds of effort. So in the next lecture, I'm going to keep showing you some other interesting things that I can also do with ChatGPT as a digital marketer. All right, so I'm pretty sure that you're familiar with the concept called sales funnels. And if you've read the book by Russell Brunson, and let me actually go ahead and I'm not going to close this window because we're going to need it later. So I'm going to open up a new tab and let's search for .com secrets by Russell Brunson, right? And the reason why I'm showing you this is because I want you guys and girls, to go ahead and read this, right? If you're watching me right now and you still have not yet read this book, you are completely missing out, right? So go ahead, please, I'm begging you, go ahead, read this book. It's going to change your life. Now, in the book, Russell Brunson, who is a very, very successful marketer. He's the founder of ClickFunnels. If you don't know what ClickFunnels is, basically it's a tool that allows you to create funnels in a matter of minutes, which was not possible prior to ClickFunnels. Normally, the only way that you could create ClickFunnels with is either using a CMS such as WordPress, or you could use Shopify, or maybe you could even use, Shopify is a CMS, but at the time I'm talking, when this software was first founded by Russell, it was very revolutionary. And you'll find that there are some other softwares that are also good for creating funnels. But the one I like best is ClickFunnels because it's so easy. I'm not promoting it. I'm just telling you that this guy is a genius. And in his book, The Underground Playbook for Growing Your Online Business.com Secrets, he speaks about this called the Sainsfield email sequence. Now, let me just give you a quick example so that you can understand what I'm talking about here, because I know I'm talking in riddles and I want to be as clear as possible. Now, when somebody, let's say that you're walking on the streets and somebody comes up to you, tells you, hey, hello, please buy this. Normally or naturally, your answer is going to be, please, can you just walk away? Or I don't want to buy this, or why are you even bothering with me? Most people will not buy. Most people will be alienated. They will be like, why is this guy trying to sell me this thing? I mean, did I ask him to sell me this thing? Do I even know you? So a lot of questions you're going to be asking in your mind. And you're going to say, well, that guy was crazy. He was just trying to sell me like that. He's cold selling me this thing. But in reality, some people might buy, but it's just in most cases, people will not buy. So 99% of the times, people will just think that that guy is crazy and they'll just maybe insult him or just continue doing whatever they were doing before they were, assaulted by the guy. So this is what we call cold sales. In the past, people used to do this tactic and it worked perfectly. People used to knock on doors and they had merchandise and they used to tell you, hey, do you like this? Do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy this? But that is, those times are behind us. Nowadays, if you want to sell something to people, you need to build a relationship. Now, the reason why I'm ranting and I'm building up to something, it took me all this time to build up to what I'm about to say right now, is the best way in 2023 to build a relationship with people is to have them on a list and to send them emails. Yes, emails. But you can't just send them an email that says, hey, hello, buy this course. It's $900. No, you have to send them the first email that we call the warm-up email, which is an email that you're warming them up with. And you're basically at that email, what you're doing is you're checking to see which people are going to interact and click on your link. And of course, you're going to have to either use MailChimp or ConvertKit or Aweber, and you're going to have to track your numbers because it's important to know which people actually clicked on your emails, and you send them the next email, which is, to tell them a story, so it's a sequence of emails, maybe 4 to 5 emails. And then let's say the 5th or the 6th email is the email that you send them to tell them, now you need to buy this course because this and this and this, because I was like you, and so the shortest way to show you an example of this is I have this guy that I was just trying to reverse engineer lately. It's a program called Chatbot or AI Bots, and I'm gonna show it to you. Chase Rayner, right? This is a guy who's actually selling a course called Fortune Bots, and he's actually selling it for an extravagant price of $601. Now, I liked the concept of the course because I think it's a great course for people who would get it. But in my case, I wouldn't get it because I think it's so expensive. But let's go back to the first email that this guy has sent me, right? So the first email this guy has sent me is, done for you. 2 things, will you be joining class today? So now the reason why this guy, sent me this email at first is because I enrolled in his list from a YouTube promo that he used to promote one of his courses called Fortune bots. So it's actually worth, I guess, about $600. And up until this moment, from the 30th of November 12, in just, I think, about a week or something, in about a week, this guy has actually sent me, 54 emails, and I still haven't yet purchased. So yeah, so 52. It's actually 52 emails. This guy sent me 52 emails, and he's still sending me emails every single day. He's sending me about 2 to 3 emails a day. So only in January the 2nd, he sent me 4 emails. Now, in each of these emails, this one, Affiliate AI makes you $10,000 per month. Make $5,000 a day with Affiliate AI bots. Your invite starts in 15 minutes. Price goes up tonight, final notice. So this guy has been trying to sell me this course for a very, very long time. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because this guy must have hired somebody to write 52 emails. Now, before, right now, he doesn't have to do this. He can go to ChatGPT and just write an email with ChatGPT. I can go to ChatGPT right now, as a matter of fact, and I can say to it, hello, I want you to write very short emails and to also write the subject line. I want 10 emails and they should be very short and they should link to my Amazon affiliate marketing course. Okay, so my Amazon affiliate marketing course. What else? Okay, so Amazon affiliate marketing course. I need something else here. I need to throw something else. 10 emails. All right, so, okay. Now make sure, I'm going to give it another instruction. Make sure the emails are sequential because I want to send them over a period of 10 days. And please write them in a persuasive fashion because I need a lot of clicks. And let's just sit there in the background and wait for it to do this. First email, subject line, day 1. Boost your Amazon affiliate income with our course. Are you ready to take your Amazon affiliate income to the next level? Our comprehensive course can do just that. So it just wrote me a very short email. Here's another email, subject line, day 2. Learn from the experts with our affiliate marketing course. Now, it's going to write the third email now, right? Subject line, day 3. 10 chapters of valuable Amazon affiliate knowledge. Are you tired of trying to navigate the world of Amazon affiliate marketing on your own? So it's going to keep writing until it writes 10 emails, right? So it's just, there is no limit to the creativity of this AI. So right now we are at subject line, day number 6. All right, so there was an error here. It stopped at day number 7. So I'm going to tell it, I'm going to regenerate response because it's going to do everything from the beginning right now, right? So everything from the beginning. Email number 1, because it just stopped at email number 7, and I don't want it to stop at that. So if you get the idea here, right now you can write an entire email sequence for the next year, right? You don't ever have to hire somebody to do it for you. Now, these things that I'm talking about here, people used to do them for an extravagant price. There are people that were selling this for a lot. Now, I think the people that are going to suffer the most from ChatGPT are copywriters, but only if these copywriters do not adapt with ChatGPT, because you can use it instead of being its enemy. Now, like myself, I have adapted, or I have embraced ChatGPT ever since it came, because as a creator, I don't want to write my YouTube descriptions every time. I don't want to write my emails every time. I want something that could just do that for me, right? I want something to write me promotional emails. I want something to write me emails about something. So I want something to write me blog posts. That something right now is ChatGPT, and it's doing it for free. It's doing it for free. So next, I'm going to show you how, as a coder, now I'm not a professional coder myself. I know some basic HTML and CSS, but I can show you how you can use ChatGPT to generate code. So with my humble coding knowledge, let's say that I want to write a code for a button, all right? So I'm going to say, I want you to write me the CSS code for a blue button, right, with black color, all right, color on hover, and 5 pixels in border radius, right? And I'm going to say something like, okay, I want the background. All right, the background, we already spoke about the background of the button. It's actually blue. But what I want is the borders. I need okay, yellow borders, but black on hover. And it's going to generate the code right now. So just watch this. Right, watch this. All right. Right, so there you go. It's just, isn't it crazy? Isn't this crazy? You know, it's actually writing code right now. And it's completely functional, operational code that you can take and you can integrate with your WordPress website, right? You can integrate to modify a button, right? So this is just crazy. So if you're let's say that you want to write an HTML, right? I want you, or you can write other things such as, I want you to write C++ code for the tic-tac-toe game. There you go. Sure. Here's a simple C++ implementation. All right. Okay. Can you see this? Can you just see how crazy this is? It's just crazy. It's just crazy what this can do. You know, it's just limitless. So, I mean, if you know this tool right now and you're not using it to get the best mark in school at whatever programming language you're studying, you're really missing out. You're really missing out. So you can get the best marks out there. You can just outperform every single student in school with this. It's just amazing, isn't it? So it's just writing this. I mean, Jesus. I mean, this is crazy, man. This is just crazy. I have paused the video and it's still actually generating the code. So there you go. Here's the code. Here's the code in C++. You can take this and go to code blocks or whatever software you're using, and you can put that in there and just run the code and you'll have a game. You'll have written a game. So I'm going to ask it, hello, can you write the Java script code for the WhatsApp app? Let's just see what it says. I'm sorry. But writing the JavaScript code for an entire app like WhatsApp would be very complex and time-consuming task. It would require deep understanding of JavaScript as well as... So you can see that sometimes it might refuse you. So you have to be smart, right? You have to be smart. And you only have to ask it questions that you will really struggle with answering. So some of the things, let's say you're just struggling to write a piece of code, but you want to write it fast. You can come here and you can ask it the question, right? But don't ask it to write an entire code that's very, very big. Now here, for the C++ code, even though it's huge for the game tic-tac-toe, but it wrote it because C++ is actually not that, I studied it, I studied it about 7 years ago, and it wasn't really that complex. So let's just make a last try with code. I'm gonna say, I want you to write an HTML and CSS code for a landing page to sell a Nike shoe for $40. Right, sure. Here's a sample HTML and CSS code. Right, there you go. So it's actually running it, and it's gonna write you a code for a landing page that you can use to sell a Nike shoe. This is just amazing, it's just amazing, man. And please do not use this to cheat in school, because you're just gonna have the best marks, and the teacher is gonna notice that, hey, you haven't been having these amazing marks, and right now you're doing very well. What changed? And maybe the teacher is gonna, just start noticing that, hey, this guy is up. But by the way, let's be real here. This is not available for phones, right? Or is it? I'm not pretty sure it's available for phones, but if it is, then it's just we're screwed here. So it still is writing the code, because it's a big code that I asked it to write. It's not very simple. And I'll take this code and I'll go and I'll just place it. I'll just simulate the code. Okay, so right now that our code is ready, you can click here on copy code at the top here. And I'm going to go to Google and search for a website known as CodePen. So go to codepen.io and let's just sign up for free. I already have an account, but I'm just going to sign up. So let's sign up with email, right? All right, so after you sign up, you should be able to see this. So I'm just going to close this one down, and I'm just going to paste the code. All right, so when you paste the code, it's actually going to run it back in the back end. And you can see that this is how the code looks like, right? So this is the page. It doesn't really look that classy. It doesn't really look great, but still, it actually generated us a landing page, 90s style. So you can, the more you know about code, the better, because then you're going to be able to ask specific instructions that I myself wouldn't be able to ask, because like I said, I'm not a pro HTML and CSS guy. I know enough, but I don't know that much. Okay, so that's how I leave it. So next, I'm going to show you some other interesting things that I personally use that normally I would have used a tool such as Excel to do, right? You already know Excel, and basically you know that in order to do great things with Excel, you need to know functions and you need to know instructions and all of that. So with a tool such as ChatGPT, you can actually do that. You can ask it questions about functions, and it will give you functions, and it will also give you instructions on how to use those functions. All right, so here are some other miracles that I use ChatGPT to do as well. So like I said, I'm an instructor, and basically it took me a long time it takes me a long time to write the title of the course. It takes me a long time to write the subtitle. It takes me a long time to also write these bullets out here. But most importantly, the most time that it takes me is to write the description of a course, because some courses can actually be very complicated. Like, for instance, if I go to my Amazon course or Amazon affiliate marketing course, this one is actually a bestseller, but the description of the course is huge, right? So you can see it's actually very, very big. But a tool like ChatGPT can actually write that for me in a matter of just seconds. It's just no brainer. I can go to ChatGPT and ask it, hey, or I want to write a 600 word course description for my Amazon KDP course, and it's 30-day money back guarantee. I want the message to be promotional and to drive sales. And I can just, enter, and it will write me about Amazon KDP, right? Welcome to my Amazon KDP course. In just 30 days, you'll learn everything you need to know to start making passive income through self-publishing on Amazon. The comprehensive course is designed for beginners and covers all the essential steps to getting started with KDP, including setting up your account, formatting and uploading your book, and marketing and promoting your book. Now, I can tell it, please add a 30-day money-back guarantee clause and some calls to action, and go into the detail. And it will just write another iteration, right? Another iteration, the second one now. Are you looking to sell your Amazon KDP course on a specific platform or through your own website? Understanding where this course will be marketed. Well, actually, it got it wrong. So I'm going to have to correct it and tell it that I am trying to sell my course. I'm not trying to sell other people's courses. Right? I'm going to say, you got it wrong. I want you to write a promo message that I want to use to sell my Amazon KDP course on Udemy, not to help people sell their courses. And right now that I've corrected it, and you can see that every time I correct it, it gets better. It gets better. It gives me a better result. Are you tired of struggling to make profit on Amazon? Do you want to learn how to create and sell your own ebooks on the platform? All right, so now it actually is better. I think it's better. And it wrote me a description. I can say, please write a bigger description. Right? So right now it's going to write a bigger description. And normally I used to do this by myself in the past. I used to do this by myself, and it used to take me a long time. Right now I can have AI do it for me. And even for this, what you'll learn, all these bullets, I can ask it to write me, let's say 12 bullets. I can say, hey, please write me 12 bullets about what people will learn by taking my course, right? I can come here and I say, I need you to write me, right? I'm going to say regenerate response. And I say, I need you to write me 12 bullets about what people will learn by taking my course. And it's going to write me 12 bullets. Now, the first bullet, how to set up and utilize a Kindle Direct Publishing account to self-publish on Amazon. Tips for crafting a successful book cover design and title. Strategies for finding and targeting the right keywords. All right, so it's actually writing me these bullets. And I can later on take these bullets and just paste them here without having to think them from the back of my brain and just sit there for the entire day and write them myself, right? So in no time, it actually wrote me the bullets. And I can even use it to write me the script for my trailer. Because for a course, you need to produce what we call a course video. I can say to it, please, I need you to write the script for my 3-minute promotional video for the course. And it's going to write me the script, right? So, sure, here's the script. Are you tired of struggling to make a living as an author? Do you dream of making passive income with your writing? If so, then our Amazon KDP course is perfect for you. Cut to people typing on their laptops. All right, so this is this is just crazy. All right, this is just crazy. All right, it's just writing an entire script that I can use. It's just crazy. So, did you see the power of what this can do? Now, of course, as a digital marketer, I don't just do this. I also do ads. So recently, I've launched some ads on Pinterest. And let me give you an example. So these are some of my ads. Actually, they're pretty much having great results here, good impressions. But let's take, for example, a specific ad. Let's take this ad, which is one of my tutorials on Shopify that I've put on YouTube not too long ago. And I can go to the ads overview here, and let me show you some of the things that it can help me do, even, with my Pinterest ads. It can actually help me big time. So I'm going to take an ad, out of just any ad from there, and I'm going to edit the ad. So view all campaigns here, and let's go and edit one ad. I'm just going to show you what it can help me do in this instance. So if I click edit this ad, now inside the ad, there is what we call keyword targeting, right? So if I click continue here. Now there is a targeting strategy. I have to put interests and keywords of people, right? And I can add keywords here. So now these are the keywords that I've decided to add for this specific ad over here on Pinterest. Now I can come and I can tell it, I want to promote a YouTube video on Pinterest. The video is about Shopify store creation. And I need you to write me 20 keywords of interested people to achieve, or interested people. Now, and I'm going to say I need keywords with high search volume and low keyword difficulty to get more clicks for my pin ad. And I can give it the instruction. Right now it's going to write it. Here are 20 keywords for promoting a YouTube video about Shopify store creation. Shopify tutorial, Shopify store creation, how to create a Shopify store. Right. And you can see that even the writing is very smart, because it wrote even this. Now, the reason why it wrote that is because on Pinterest, if I scroll down to the bottom, on Pinterest for phrase match, this is the syntax. So do you see how smart this AI is? Even the syntax, it actually respects the Pinterest ad syntax without you even having to, to tell it that. So now let's say that I don't want these symbols. I can tell it, hey, remove this symbol, right, from the keywords. And it's going to remove it from all the keywords, right? So right now it's going to write the same keywords, except for it's going to remove the symbol. So you can see. Now I can also tell it something like add the symbol for the first 3 keywords, and then add a negative, for the rest of them, a negative before the keyword for the rest of them. So I can give it this instruction. Please add the symbol for the first 4 keywords and remove it for the rest. And for the rest 16 keywords, add a negative before the keyword, right? And there you go. So right now it will add it for the first 4 keywords, and for the other ones it will add a negative, right? Because on Pinterest, if you don't want to show certain keywords, you just add a negative before the keyword, right? And it just does that for me without me having to do it myself. Now, in a way, it kind of replaces Excel, because let's say that I want to take these emails right here on Excel and I want to add a minus, right, to these emails. Now I can take these emails right now and I can come here and I can tell it, hello, please remove or please add a minus before and after these emails. And it will do just that. So it will add the minus before, right? I see that it didn't add the minus after. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask it to add it after, right? Please add the minus before and after the email. All right, so right now, all right, I can see that it didn't catch my instruction. So what I can do is before and at the end of the email. All right, I'm gonna try with this. And remove this symbol. There you go. So right now it is going to do this. Okay, so right now it finally caught the instruction. Now, normally, if I wanted to do this, I would have to go and think of a sophisticated Excel, function, which would probably take me a long time. Right now with AI, I can do this without having to think about it, and right now I can copy this stuff and I can come back and just paste it on Excel very easily, and it will achieve that effect. Now, let's suppose that you want to remove the first letter from the emails, right? I can come here and I can say, forget all the previous instructions and remove the first 3 letters from every email. And look at what it will do now. Right. For the first email, it didn't remove it. I don't know why, but I'm going to ask it to, I'm going to ask it to just, I said, remove the first 3 letters from the emails. And right now, hopefully, we'll do it. Right, so it still all right, it does it, but it doesn't really do it in a 100% correct way. Remove the first 3 letters. All right, so I think it understands that letter is for something else. Remove the first letters of the word from the emails. Let's see right now if it catches up. All right, so now it catches up, finally. All right. And I can tell it remove the minus. All right, remove the minus. Okay, remove the minus, right? All right, so now, well, remove the minus remove the minus at the beginning of the word. So right now it is supposed to remove it. All right, here are the emails with the first 3 letters removed. All right, so now it is perfect, okay? Now normally, like I said, this will take me a very, very complicated function on Excel. But right now I can just copy these emails with the instruction. So goodbye to Excel. You don't really need to be the best at Excel. Now you can also ask it to write you Visual Basic code. You can say, I want you to write me Visual Basic code or basic code for a spreadsheet on Excel to calculate daily calorie intake. All right, and just there you go. Have a look. Well, there was an error, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to regenerate response. If it doesn't work, I'm going to just refresh the page. So I'm going to go and refresh the page, and I'm going to go back and ask it that question. So you can see pretty much how good this app is. So, or how good ChatGPT is. All right, so we have to move on right now to the other part in which I told you how you can use the other AI tool combined with Fiverr to make some money. So right now it is writing the Visual Basic code for that, and you can basically create that spreadsheet and sell it on Etsy. So if you're wondering, you can go to Etsy and you can search for spreadsheet to calculate calories. Spreadsheet to calculate calories, right? And you'll find that some people are making a lot of money from this. So this one, for example, is a weekly meal planner. Now, and this is mostly, done by hand, and you can have ChatGPT write this for you in Visual Basic or Visual Basic. I'm sorry, I always say Visual Basic. But yeah, so right now it wrote me a complete code that I can use, and I can use it to, create such a spreadsheet, and I can come back and sell it on Etsy. So if you're wondering, well, it's just amazing what you can do with this. So right now I'm going to have to pause this video and let me show you how you can use the other tool to make money from designs. All right, so here we are on this Fiverr profile here, and we can see this guy. He has some amazing designs, and basically he's a Fiverr level 2 seller pretty much making decent money. And so among his clients are Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Etsy, and all of that stuff. So let's suppose that you want to create a logo like this one that we're looking at. So I'm going to go to that Discord group, and hopefully you have followed the course from the beginning so that you can understand what we're talking about. I'm going to refresh the page, and I'm going to go and add a prompt to imagine a logo that kind of looks like that. But first off, the logo, it's got yellow background with an astronaut holding a planet with a flag, and the logo name is Omega Naught. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to Discord, and I'm just gonna add that to the bot so that they can process it. All right, so I can come here and I will just add a slash, right? Slash imagine, right? Slash imagine prompt. Click on prompt, and then astronaut or astronaut logo with yellow background space. The name of the logo is astronaut, and the character or the astronaut is a small minion holding the Earth and the flag at one hand. Let's give it that instruction, and let's just wait for it to deliver the result to us. All right, so it just gave me the astronaut, all right, my astronaut. Now, there you go. So you can see over here, it just didn't catch the instruction of the name of the logo is the astronaut. Well, I guess there's nothing to do about that, but I kind of liked this one here, right? So I'm going to upscale on the third astronaut. I'm going to upscale the third astronaut here, and I'm just going to wait for a second here for it to deliver me the logo. And you can clearly see that the AI generated images are completely, or they are much more creative, and they make this one look like a child's work, to be honest with you. It's just more complex and it has more creativity to it. Now, all right, so let's just wait for a second here for our logo to be, designed. And we can take it to Canva and continue working on it. But first off, I'm going to have to wait for them to give me my result. All right, so there you go. Right now we have our logo. I can click on it now and I can download it. But we're not finished yet because I'm going to have to take this logo to Canva to continue editing the logo. I'm going to download it and I'm going to go to Canva. And of course, the size depends on the customer. If the customer asks you that the logo should be 512 pixels by 512 pixels, then you need to come to Canva and make it 512 by 512. But in my case, I'm going to make it maybe 500 by 500, right? And like I said, remember what the customer wants. It's not me, or it's not you. It's what the customer demands. So I'm going to open up a brand new page, and I'm going to go to upload the logo, which I have just created. with the AI. So I'm going to upload this logo right here. There you go. So the logo is being uploaded. I'm going to click on it now and add it. Now I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, or I'm going to make it cover the entire thing here. So right now the logo covers everything, and you can edit it, right? You can add more contrast to it if you want to. I'm going to add a little bit. You can add more brightness to it. And what I will do is I'm going to go and I'm going to try to put the logo a little bit higher so that I can add, text here. So I will take the logo here, right? So I'm going to have to double click it, move it a little bit, right? So, so I'm just going to add the contrast back here and a little bit of brightness. And I'm going to go now, click on text here, and I'm going to add a piece of text. Now I want my text to look a little bit weird here. So I'm going to go and try to find something that looks weird. Maybe this one kind of looks like it's coming from space, this text, right? So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, and I'm going to say Astro. But first off, I'm going to have to click here and remove a piece of text. I just want to keep one sentence. Right, and instead of game, I want to say Astro. Not. And I want to make it a little bit smaller here, maybe in the ranges of 30. Right, so 30 kind of looks good. And I want to take that and I want to put it here. Put it in the middle. And I want to go and play a little bit on the colors there. I want to make it white instead of that color. Maybe, right, so make it a little bit bigger here. So I'm going to maybe give it 35, right? And just give it a little bit of width. All right, so there you go. So we have a logo. Now, this logo, I can download it and I can sell it, right? I can sell this logo as a logo, right? And the customer wouldn't know that this is generated by AI. All I know is the customer comes and gives me an instruction, and I just go and I just carry on with the instruction, right? So there's just a lot of stuff you can do with this. Now with Canva, you can remove the background if you want to. You can remove the background and you can play with this as however you want. So let's suppose that I want to isolate this guy. So I can click on the image, I can click edit image, background remover. Let's see what this does. And I can add an entirely different color to the background now, right? So I can come here and maybe click here and add a black color, right? If I want to. So I can just place the image right here on the side. Or maybe, all right, so click here on the colors and give it a dark background. Or maybe, right, if I give it a dark background, you can see that the image was removed. So what I can do, right, so make it smaller. So you can see that it sucks actually because something happened here. So there's clearly a bug with Canva here. It's not working as it should, but anyways, normally right now that I've isolated this, I can add a dark background to it. I can even add an entirely different background. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download this with a transparent background, and I'm going to just come here. I'm going to come back and I'm going to delete that image and upload a new image. So I'm going to delete this thing, or maybe open up an entirely new tab because this one is bugging. So I'm going to open up an entirely new tab, white tab, and I'm just going to upload my logo that I've just created right now and give it a good background. So upload, then go to upload files. And by the way, I'm not a designer, so I'm just showing you as much as I could how you can use these things. So upload, right now this is the design with a transparent background. Click on that and you can click the background now. You can make it black if you want, or you can make it white, or you can go to elements and you can search for maybe you can search for, let's say, galaxies, right? Galaxies. And just maybe you can take this image here if you like it, and you can put it in the background. You can position it backward, and you can just make it bigger. There you go. And you can take your image here, crop it a little bit from the middle, crop it from the end, crop it from the top, right? And you can make your mini guy here, I can make it big. And I can put it right here, right? And I can come maybe at the bottom and add a text that says astronaut or something. So I can just add another text right here that says game over or whatever. So you can see what we can do here. You can add it at the bottom, right? And you can download this as an image. So it's just unlimited what you can do with AI. So that's the point. So basically, I don't think pretty much there is more things I need to explain to you about how you can use this AI. Other than there is a bonus lecture in which I'm going to speak to you how you can use it if you are a web designer, and how you can combine it with Editor X, which is a very, very popular editor, and how you can use both of them to basically generate some good-looking designs and create some good-looking websites. All right, so you can use ChatGPT to correct text, right? You can go, for example, take a text, right? Let's take this text. You can use it to proofread and put it here, right? And maybe put some mistakes in here, add some mistakes that ChatGPT can actually be able to correct. And at the bottom, you can write correct. No, not the Visual Basic. Well, please stop. No. It actually took the wrong instruction there. So I'm going to copy this thing and I'm going to go to test chat, the other chat, and just refresh the page because I don't want it to give me that answer. And just so obviously I'm going to click here and go back now. So I'm going to give it another instruction that says correct these mistakes. Right. Right, it says regenerate response. I don't want you to regenerate response, but I'm pretty sure I have to do it now. All right, so I'm going to say, please correct the grammar mistakes in this text. All right. And after that's finished, I would click enter and it will just correct the mistakes in the text. Right. Okay, so I'm going to hit go. All right, text boxes for weight. All right, so you can see that boxes was corrected. Good. Activity was also corrected. All right, so it just corrected everything. So a combo box for activity. So it's just amazing. So you can see that you can even use it for proofreading purposes. So this is also something you can use to make money. On Fiverr, there are proofreaders out there. Proofreading. You can create a proofreading gig and you can start making money as a proofreader. Somebody might give you their book. You can take that book, you can turn it into a PDF, take the text, copy it on ChatGPT, and ask it, please correct the mistakes for me. And it will correct the mistakes for you, and you can make money from it. Now, another thing that you can make money from before we wrap up and move to the last part of the course, which is how you can use ChatGPT not ChatGPT, but how you can use the other design tool that we spoke about, or the other AI tool that we spoke about. I'm going to show you how you can use it for web design purposes. But in the next lecture, I'm going to show you how you can use ChatGPT to do translation. Okay, so right now and finally, let's use ChatGPT for translation. Now, let's take this piece of text over here, and I'm going to say, hi, or just please translate this to German. And remember, you have to be more specific. So when you say, please translate, you could say, please translate this sentence or this paragraph to German. That would be better. So you can see that right now it has completely translated this into German. Now let's compare between this translation and Google Translate. Now let's go to Google and let's search for Google Translate. Right? Google Translate. Now, and let's just paste our text. Right? That's basically didn't paste the, all right, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to just take the text here, attention pro bodybuilders. I go back here, enter text, and I'm going to go select language is English, and I want to translate it to German. All right, so there you go, translate to German. Okay, so let's just compare now between the ChatGPT translation and the other one. So, all right, so you can see that there is a difference. It would seem that ChatGPT's translation is better than basically the translation of Google Translate. All right, so that's pretty much solves it. So ChatGPT can also work as a translator. So if you're on Fiverr working as a freelancer, please, this is a great revenue stream for you that you can open up. There is people that are going to pay you for a translation work out there. Just tell them, hey, I can translate whatever you want me to translate, and go and just translate stuff. And you can use AI to basically do that. So you can see how amazing this tool is. All right, so here am I on Midjourney right now, and I can show you how you can imagine landing pages of a specific website. So here, right, I'm gonna click imagine, add a prompt right there. So imagine prompt, and at the prompt, I'm just gonna put something like website, e-commerce store that sells Nike shoes, UX, UI, and I'm just going to add an instruction here, V4, right, V4, and I'm going to add another instruction, stylize 500. Just follow the instructions, by the way, and okay, so, all right, I think that's good. So right now, it's going to generate me, but there is a problem with my instruction, I guess. You can see that there are some other people doing this as well. So right here, if you check this, some other people are doing this. So I can copy their stuff here, and I can just copy their code and just use it. So I'm going to copy the code here. And if I click on this, you can see that they're actually doing the same thing. These are designers that are taking full advantage of this AI tool to make incredible designs for landing pages for people. All right, so instead of shopping here, I'm gonna say best website for shopping Nike shoes. Right, Nike shoes, UX UI, and okay, so that's it. And I'm just gonna enter. So right now, right, I failed to add the imagine. I'm sorry, so I failed to add the imagine instruction. So I'm gonna add the imagine instruction right now, and I'm just gonna add my instruction over there. So right now it is actually running the instruction in the backend, and just follow the syntax, okay? So follow the syntax on the thing right there. And what it's doing right now, it's actually working in the backend to generate me a design for a shopping website that sells Nike shoes. And I can later on take that website and I can take that photo, right? And I can take it and use it on a website such as Editor X so that I can start, creating amazing websites, right? So I got the message. That's why I got that quick message there. So I'm going to go here. All right. So they got me some variations here. So here you can choose which variation you like best. So I think the first one is good. So I'm going to upscale the first variation. Now, of course, when you upscale the first variation, you can create more variations from it. And I'm going to show you that in a second. All right, so it's doing that right now. It's working on it. And usually when your design is ready, it's going to send you a message. It's just a sound that you're going to have to watch out for. The Discord usual sound that you get when you get a new message. And so we're waiting for it now. All right, so some other people are also using this, making the most of it. A beautiful website for shopping, smartphones. All right, that's just wonderful. Now, it's not shopping smartphones, but it's a mobile version of the design. Now, these are, like I said, these are designers that are using this tool. So there you go. I got my image. So you might be asking me, well, what can I do with this image now that we got it? Now, you can take this image, you can download it first, but you have to take it to a tool like Photoshop. And what I can just recommend you to do, because I'm not going to do a full tutorial about this, is you can take this image right here. You can scale it. You can make it. You can just scale it, and you can remove these pieces of text over here, right? So you can remove these pieces of text and the pieces of text at the top. And what you can do with it, you can basically put it on this tool. For example, if I pick maybe, all right, so let's edit this here. Even though I'm not a professional website editor, but I'm just showing you some of the stuff that this can do. So let's just wait for this. And after that's opened, you can change the background entirely of this. So there's a background that's already there. You can either click here, add image, and change the background basically to one of the images that are out there on here, on their library, or you can upload your own image. Now, like I said, this image, which we have just downloaded now, is only pretty much a sample, right? It's not completely 100% optimized. So you're gonna have to use a tool such as Photoshop to remove stuff and to optimize it and to produce the size that you want for your image. But let's just run the experiment right now, and I'm uploading the design here. Now it's being uploaded in the background, and you can click change background now, right? Right, so, and you can see that the image was added. Now, of course, there's a lot that you need to modify here. Now, you can make it bigger, make it smaller, whatever, but I'm not a designer. I'm just showing you some of this stuff that these guys are doing. So next, as another bonus, I can show you how you can use ChatGPT to create your Facebook ad script, right? So if you want to run a Facebook ad that's successful to get so much clicks, you can use ChatGPT and it will write the ad for you. All right, so let me show you how you can use ChatGPT and combine it with the other here, with this pretty much Midjourney AI, and you can create a Facebook creative with the image as well as the creative, as the text as well. So let's go right now to ChatGPT and let's ask it this question. I want you to write a Facebook ad copy to sell my protein powder. My target are pro bodybuilders, right? Pro bodybuilders. And let's wait for that. So it's going to write the description of the ad. Attention pro bodybuilders, are you looking for a high quality protein powder that can help you build muscle and recover faster? Look no further. Our protein powder is specifically formulated for specific. All right, so I can tell it, please include a title, a subject line, and some calls to action, and be more persuasive to get more clicks. Okay, so subject line, build muscle and recover faster with our premium protein powder. Attention. All right, so right now it wrote me the entire script. So I can go right now to OpenAI and I can, not OpenAI, I'm sorry, I actually sometimes just make a mistake between OpenAI and Midjourney. So I can go to Midjourney and I can ask it this question. I can say, imagine protein powder great, and I can say something like for the strong bodybuilders with a gym background of Sparta. So I can say something like that, and let's just wait for it to deliver, right? So it's going to take a little bit of time before it delivers. So what I can do right now, I can go to Canva and I can set the things up. So I can close this window. And what you need to do when you go to Canva is you need to create a design. But first of all, do not use custom size. Search for Facebook ad. Okay, search for Facebook ad, and it's going to give you the exact size of a Facebook ad image. All right, so this is the image, because I want to take that image that will be generated by the AI and I want to put it here, right? And I want to just edit it on Canva. So where's my image? Okay, so there you go. This is my image. This is my bodybuilding protein powder. Now, I happen to like the first, or maybe the first or the last, or I don't know, maybe the last one. Okay, maybe the last one. So I can go and upscale the third and fourth. So it's going to upscale 2, and I can use that image and put it on Canva, and I can start editing that image on Canva. You know, while we're doing this, some other people are also creating designs for websites. You can see that they're generating some amazing looking images right there. All right, so this is just an amazing tool. So right now we got our image. So I can just download this image. All right, download the image, and I can go and take it to Canva right now, right? And you can, on Canva, you can modify the image. Now, I'm pretty sure here that this Facebook ad looks kind of suspicious. So Facebook Shops ad, Facebook Story ad, Facebook Feed ad, Facebook ad. All right, so, well, that's the size maybe. That's the size in the app. This is the size in the shop, Facebook Story ad. All right, so I'm gonna upload the image which I've just downloaded now. So upload image. There you go. I can put it right there, and I can use this image now as part of my ad. So I can make it bigger, and I'll remove the background from it. So I'm gonna go edit image, background remover, and we'll give it our own background here. So I'm gonna give it my own background. So now click apply, and I'm gonna make it bigger a little bit. I'm gonna go to elements, search for gym background. There you go. So let's take maybe a specific good looking gym background here, photos instead of just those. And I want to take, right, I want to take a photo here. So maybe this one, make it a little bit bigger, position it backward. There you go. So we got our protein powder image for the ad, image for the ad that we're going to run on Facebook. Now, obviously, I'm not going to run it right now, but I'm just telling you. So you can download this right now. And there you go. So right now with ChatGPT, what we created was the Facebook creative or Facebook description for the ad, as well as the title for the ad. And right now we got our image using AI. So What are you thinking about? Give me a shout out in the comments, in the comment section or in the review section, the Q&A as well. And please let me know what you think about this ChatGPT thing, because it just makes me crazy. You know, I just love this tool so much. All right, so I can show you how you can take a tweet from Twitter and you can turn it into a post. So I'm going to take this tweet from here, from Twitter, about One Piece. And let's go to ChatGPT over here and let's just paste this stuff here. And I want to tell it, please write a post about this One Piece chapter. There you go. So let's leave it at that. All right, I'm unable to write recap of One Piece chapter that has not yet been released. All right, my data goes up until 2021 and I do not have access to new chapters. All right, please write a post about the latest released One Piece chapter. Okay. Sorry, but I'm unable to write about the latest rules because I'm a language model trained to OpenAI. I do not have access to up-to-date information. Right, my training data goes only up until 2021. I'm able only to browse the internet or access new information. Please tell me who won between the fight in Impel Down. Is it Luffy or Magellan? So this is just crazy questions. It's not clearly the winner. The battle between the two took place in the anime manga series One Piece, and the outcome of the fight was not definitely shown or mentioned in the story. If you have any questions about One Piece, I'll do my best to help. Okay, so you can see that it's very smart, but I wanted to write. Okay, so I'm going to go back and tell it, please write ten posts about One Piece that I want to post on my website based on tweets from Twitter. Okay, sorry, but I'm not able as a language model. So you can see that sometimes it has some limitations here. So instead of saying write 10 posts, I'm going to say write one post. And let's see what is going to react. Write one post. Even that, I'm sorry. Now, because I said based on tweets, I'm going to remove based on tweets. And I'm just going to say on my website. All right, so now an overview of the main plot, characters of One Piece, a review of the latest One Piece episodes, a list of the 10 most powerful One Piece characters, a breakdown of the 10 different devil fruits and their abilities. This is just crazy, man. So it just wrote me some ideas now. Now I want to say to it, please write a blog about each idea. Sure, here's an expanded blog based on the ideas I previously provided. Okay, so right now it is writing an entire blog, 10 blogs that you can take and post on your blog, right? And you can do this. You can go to Twitter, take some Twitter headings, and come back to ChatGPT, tweak it a little bit, put it there, and it will talk about it. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy what this ChatGPT thing can do. And I'm hoping that you actually are kind of liking this tool up until now, because I do. And I'm actually going to be honest with you, this is the last part of the course. I was glad to explain and to help you with this ChatGPT tool. Hopefully it can help you with your pursuits, and see you in the next lectures of mine. Thank you very much.